Tommy, it's a boring question, but I have to ask you because you're at that stage now. Are you feeling now more like a pro than ever? More like a professional fighter than ever?
Yeah, definitely. I've been a pro now since 2019. It's a fair few years, and I've been doing this day in and day out. I don't cut any corners. And it's like anything, the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. And that's just the same with boxing, The more I do it, each year I'll get better and better. Each day I'm getting better and better.
Is it getting harder though? I mean, basically, is it getting harder? Or do you feel that your dad's pushing you a little bit more now?
Yeah, I mean, even from when I was a child, I've always trained hard, I've always been pushed hard. In sparring, in training, running, whatever it may be, I've always been pushed to the limit. So, it's not really a question of, is it harder? It's always been hard because I feel like you've got to go hard or go home. And that's what we do every single day. But, we're learning and we're getting better every day, like I said. So it's, onwards and upwards. And
on the subject, you mentioned sparring now. It's no great secret, but I've been hearing about some fairly hard sparring sessions, some fairly torrid sparring sessions with big old lumps. Have you been enjoying them? It seems like an odd expression, but have you been enjoying them?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like if you don't enjoy them, it's not worth doing. Why are you going to do something as your full-time job that you don't enjoy? It doesn't make sense. So when I'm in these spars, all I'm looking to do is practice what I've been doing in the gym, on the pads, technique. I'm trying to transfer it into the ring. So it's all fun for me. So when I'm in them hard spars, I'm thinking, all right, I'll catch this, I'll slip this. It's constantly thinking. But no, I love it. That's why I've done it all my entire life, and that's why I'll continue to do so, because I come in the gym, it's a stress reliever for me, and it's my life. Without boxing, I've got nothing.
Well, the actual gym itself, you treat it that way. Once you walk through the door there, you feel a bit of pressure coming off your shoulders, or you just feel more relaxed. Not pressure, just feel more relaxed.
Yeah, definitely. Feel a lot more relaxed. And when I come in the gym, it's just a haven for me. I love everything about it. The sweat, the grueling, the punching in the face, the bad times when we're having arguments, the good times, it's all a laugh, isn't it? And it's a good long road ahead.
Now, I was talking to your dad, and he was talking about Enzo Calzaghe and Joe Calzaghe. Great partnership.
Yep.
But they fought each other. They'd have rows in the ring. They'd be swearing at each other in the ring. Then they would fall out. Have you fallen out with Gypsy John, Big John lately?
Just on a weekly basis. But listen. No, listen, at the end of the day, my dad only wants the best for me.
Of course.
And he wants me to perfect everything. And I wouldn't have it any other way. So when I'm in the wrong, I need telling. When I'm not doing something right, I need telling. And that's what my dad does for me. And that's why he's there, because there's no other person that can get the best out of me other than my dad. So I'm thankful that he's around, and I'm thankful he's putting the time into me. And I'm trying to do the best that I can for him.
Now, let's go back to your last fight in Telford, which was terrific. Good hard 4 rounds. I loved that. But what I didn't like, and I'll ask you about it, was the walk to the ring. It seemed like you were getting plenty of abuse, all aimed at you, a little bit of Love Island envy. That fair comment, Tom?
Yeah, fair comment, yeah. I mean, listen, it's boxing, isn't it? Especially in today's era, we've got people shouting, well, they don't care what they shout.
Yeah.
You was there yourself. It was very rude stuff that you wouldn't hear in public, but it was said. But again, it was a good learning step for me. I blocked it all out, focused on the main man in the ring, and just kind of pushed all the way to the side. But again, it's another step on that road, learning, all right, I've had that experience now, and move on with it. At the end of the day, I don't lose any sleep over comments that don't affect me, So.
Well, you've done it, you've been there.
Yeah, exactly.
No disrespect, people that are giving you stick are people that would love to be wearing your shoes.
Well, they'll shake your hand and be your best friend there, but when you can't see them and then they're a crowd of people, they'll shout whatever, and it's the same. It's the same. We've seen it time and time again.
Now, on the subject of people shouting and screaming at you and shaking your hand and then attacking you later on, you know where I'm going with this, don't you? You're going out to America, you're going to fight in America, and on the same bill, there's going to be Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Now, he's a fairly confrontational guy. He's been talking about you, dismissing you. He's been talking it up. How do you think it'll be once you come face to face with him, assuming at the press conference or backstage? What's your gut feeling?
My gut feeling is I don't think he's got the balls to say what he's been saying over social media, because it's a lot different when you're sitting there and I'm sitting here face to face. So let's see if he's got the balls to say it to me in person, because if he does, he'll be getting a whole lot of knuckles in his mouth, I'll tell you that, before the fight. But let's make no mistake here, my focus isn't on Jake Paul. Yeah. My focus on the opponent at hand. I'm going to deal with him. I've trained, my dad can back me up in this, I've trained like I've got the shot at the WBC world title. I've trained as hard as I possibly can for this. I'm not overlooking anybody. I've got to get past this man first, and then we can put the full attention on him. Take away
Jake Paul's millions, take away his instant access to online platforms where he's got zillions of followers and people take on board what he says. As a fighter, he's 3-0, 6'2" or whatever, 14 stone, trains really hard. What do you think of him as a novice? That's what he is. He's a raw novice. What do you think of him as a boxer? If he was, let's say he was from Bolton, same dimensions, same type of record. What would you think? What do you think of him?
He's what he is. He's big. He's strong. He can come forward. He can have a fight, and he's training hard. He obviously loves what he's doing because you won't be in it otherwise. And that's it. But look at the class he's fighting. Yeah. Look at his opponents, for God's sake. You can't really class it as that. So when he gets in front of a man who can fight, then you're going to see the true dimension of Jake Paul, whether he can actually fight or not. Because when the chips are down, you've got to see how they react. I know how I react.
You can do that.
I've done it when I've been 14 years old against big heavyweights, smashing me in the front of the face 3 times a week for about 2 years. I know what I've got inside of me. Yeah. So, one day Jake Paul's just going to have to reach down to that place and see what he's got. And I don't think he's got the same minerals as me.
So you're going to have this fight in America. What are you hoping for from your American expedition?
I'm just going to take everything in my stride. I'm going to go out there, laugh, joke, everything. I'm going to take everything in my stride because I'm lucky to be in the position I am today. I'm blessed, in fact. So, what's not to like? I'm going out to America. I'm making my US debut. It's going to be a big crowd. It's going to be shown worldwide. And you've just got to enjoy it, haven't you? And
do you feel pressure, Tom? I mean, you came into boxing. You've got a couple of things going for you, or some people might say going against you. You've got the Fury name, you've got the Fury DNA, and you're coming from Love Island. So you've got people that maybe won't take you seriously because of Love Island, and then people will maybe expect too much because of the Fury. So you've been dealing with pressure for a long while. Do you feel that pressure? I mean, and is it something that you perhaps at night think about, or is it just, I love that pressure, I love it, I'm thriving? How are you, Tommy?
Honestly, I don't feel pressure because ever since I started boxing, whether it be in the gym as a kid, that's Tyson's brother, let's have a look at him, let's have a look at him spar. Debut, MEN Arena live on pay-per-view. Yeah. It's Tyson's brother, let's have a look. So over time, you just learn to take that pressure off. And it's a lot easier when you're not trying to live up to anything. I'm not trying to, be Tyson. I'm not trying to copy Tyson. I'm trying to be the best version that I can be of myself. So when I'm trying to do that and I've not got any expectations of me, the pressure's off. Yeah. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm trying to impress myself. So when that's the case, you take all that pressure off.
But I'll say this now as a father. You're only 22.
Yeah. You're
dealing with it really well. And I'll compliment you. You're dealing with it amazingly.
No, I appreciate it. I mean, it's I think the Love Island, the reality TV has helped because every single day when I walk out, you've got this image to uphold. Yeah. You've got to look a certain way. You've got to do a certain way. But the way I've just lived my life is I'm me. And it's the same when I went on the show. I was me. I didn't change myself because anybody who knows me, I'm the same on the show.
And it came across, didn't it?
And it came across. And that's what I transfer in all my life. I don't change who I am. You either like it or you love it, and that's it.